Hi friends, welcome back to Baby Sisters channel. I'm glad to see you all in another video. This video is all about how to make a whipping cream just in minutes at home. Just three ingredients to make your whipping cream at home. Let's dive into the video. To make a whipping cream, we need heavy whipping cream. In US, we say it as heavy whipping cream. In India or in other places, they call it as cream. 3 cups. So on sugar, 1 cup, and vanilla essence, 1 teaspoon. That's it. It's as simple as that. I'm taking here a stand mixer. You can also use a hand blender or also just a whisk is fine. So I have taken 1 cup of sugar. I'm adding 3 cups of heavy whipping cream to it. When I add that, I'm just stirring or mixing it with my whisk first, so that eventually the sugar it melts down a little bit, and only after that we need to add the whisk and start the mixer. As you see here, I am well mixing the sugar and the whipping cream. Now it's well blended. Then I am starting the mixer. Now I'll be adding, once it is well incorporated, then I'll be adding like 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence to it to just enhance the flavor. And as you see, I'm also using the regular sugar. I'm not using the powdered sugar for the whipping cream. In many parts of the places, many people use powdered sugar only for the whipping cream. As I always say, this is my method of making everything like cake or whatever the cream. This is my own method, and every time I use the sugar for that, it comes out really good. The regular sugars. So you can also use the powder sugar to make the whipping cream. Here I'm adding the vanilla essence, 1 teaspoon. The reason for why many people use the powder sugar to make a whipping cream is that the powder sugar has a little bit of cornstarch in it or corn flour. So that is the reason they use the powder sugar. In many parts like in India, and they don't use, not even use the sugar to the making the whipping cream, because the cream itself has the sugar in it. The heavy cream we get it in the US, it doesn't have the sugar in it or the sweetener to the cream. So we are adding the sweetener or the sugar when we make the whipping cream. For this batch, I'm gonna make a rasam like whipping cream. In order to that, I'm adding little bit of yellow color, like 2 drops of yellow food color, which is a pre-approved food color. So the reason I don't use the powder sugar is because I don't like the raw cornstarch or corn flour in my cream. That is the reason. So try in this way, give it a try, like add the regular sugar, and the taste will be enhanced in your whipping cream. If you want to make the whipping cream in a small batch, it's like 1.5 cup of heavy cream and half cup of sugar and the same 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence. I'm using the pure vanilla extract, that's why my vanilla extract is in black color. If you want, you can also get a clear vanilla extract. So I'm whisking it here just for 10 minutes until you get a nice and fluffy cream. So to get the nice and fluffy cream, you can also freeze the bowls and whisk before you are starting to make. If you have a stand mixer, it's an easy process. And if you have a hand mixer, then also you don't forget to freeze the bowl and the whisk before you're starting. If you don't have hand mixer and a stand mixer, you can also whisk it with just a whisk. Make sure you keep the ice bath under the bowl so that it keeps the whipping cream cold enough. As I say every time in my other videos, when As you go along in making the cake or the creams, just refrigerate in between the process so that it can hold its shape. It won't lose its shape with the weather or the temperature inside or outside. Please share these videos to your friends and family who love to bake and decorate a cake. So these are my cakes from my previous video, 8-inch cakes. So I'm using the my rasmalai whipping cream for this cake, and here is the final cake I have done. Like, share and subscribe to VV Sisters channel for more videos. See you again in another exciting video. Thanks for watching. Bye.